low energy. I moved into the new place, as you can see, new background. Jim Morrison over there. A flag that Cowboy Lavin gave me when we were doing the live gigs a couple of moons ago now, a couple of moons ago now. So absolutely wrecked. It's probably been one of the most stressful weeks in my entire life. And believe you me, I've had a couple of them, lad. Andrew Canidi, you're welcome to the fucking pod, man. Pod job. It's a couple of boys wanting to live in pods. Lads in pods, it's all the news. No autographs. How you doing, hey? No autographs. Michael Malloy. Oh, I haven't seen you around. Zachy Quinn. How are you, Zach? Chris Pez. Fresh shave. Yeah, I overdid it. Simon Strange. Bandy. What's up? Bandy Toaster. Jack Ladd. Michael Malloy. 25. We're doing well. We're doing well. Yeah. So everything's moved in. Fucking hell, man. I was getting like nosebleeds and shit with stress. And on top of that, then I've had to take the kids extra while the ex moves into her place. And oh fucking hell, the kids take the piss with me because I'm chilled. It's you look so different without the beard. Yeah, as Tommy States, I'd say, look at that jawline, man. But my daughter was like, "Oh, Dad, you look like a monkey." She got really pissed off about it. She doesn't like it when I shave the beard. But hey, if fucking Dave Ian Grohl from Foo Fighters, if you shave the beard, man, you'd be like, "Where's that lad's chin gone?" Simon O'Toole, how are you getting on? Well, when am I gonna get the fame? How are you, Christine Perez? Fresh, yeah. I think I'm gonna keep the. You going for the primary teacher look? That's right. Don't want to scare the kids with the beard. Had the chin of a lowered horse. Bally G. 33 today. Happy birthday to you, mate. Naomi B. Looking well. Thanks very much, Amari. Jimmy Baz. Fucking hell, the whole gang are in tonight. Andrew M. Eddie Durkin reveal his schmirkin. Oh ho 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 ho. Ron DeSantis is playing a fucking blinder down in Florida, lads. If I could live anywhere now, it would be down Florida way. Hanging out fucking wrestling gators. I'd be drinking Gatorade while fucking watching the Florida Gators play some sophomore ball, college boys, freshmen. There's an awful lot of American lingo which I have no idea what it means. Like varsity league. I remember you'd have lads in school in Mayo growing up and they'd be wearing random stuff. Like there was a lad Shane Kennedy. He had this top he used to wear called Varsity League. It was like, can one of you American lads explain what varsity means? I know some college ball stuff. Dylan Penders, Welsham, can you say, well, Big Diddy Schleimbach's Burke from my friend? Well, Big Diddy Schleimbach's. How's your slime for box? Did you catch Owen's stream the other day? Which Owen Colgan, is it? He's cashing in on this. Oh, he has the fucking pull, that lad does. Heard you turned down a D1 college scholarship for a job in Zambezi Nights. And you know fucking well the crack by. I always wondered what the fuck. Well, I always wondered what the fuck that was when I saw lads wearing varsity yokes. Varsity League, says Jimmy Barnes. There was another one. There was a lad called Porrick who was a carpenter. Who was doing a job in this Londis we were working in back in the day. Me and Tordoff. And I remember I had to the jumper used to wear. I had to memorize the stuff that was written on it because it was just such fucking random gold. So it had like, what was it called? It was like, ah shit, man. Let me think. It's a good 20 years old. This now. Cup Winners' Cup, Sequoia Pine League. Oh, what was it? Shame I can't speak the tour off. It was something like Softball Champs, Sequoia Pine, Super Dream League, Power of the Dream. Jack Ladd, if you get the beard shaved, might as well shave the head. Yeah, but then again, I look a bit too much of a fucking hard shot. People will be squaring up to me the whole time. Are you in the new gaff? I am in the new gaff. Here's a little touch of the gaff. Got Quattro there. The guitar. I was gonna do the stream on the LT. Got the Black Star, the 40 watt 40 watt tube amp. That fucker can crank out some beef. Place looks nice, might have to come visit. Oh, Christine Perez, you've been angling to come here for a while. You got the vax now. You'll be microchipped with little fucking nanobots. Some gaff. Well, Quattro, look at him there. Just living the dream. You alright there, Quattro? Check out, that's a bit of flank action. Solid. Fucking solid. Hello, lad. Yeah, I gave him a good brushing today. He's happy enough because there's a bit of a woodland that overlooks. It's like there's a hill, a forest hill that overlooks, I suppose, the most boring bit of Stockholm City. But I do let him off the lead there because there's not many people who'd be out hanging around in the woods at night. And let's face it, if he fucking bit someone, you'd be like, well, what are you doing in the woods, you fucking creepy cunt? Shawnee Quattro has got back. He does, man. He's a solid dude. He got the attitude, kind of groovy, laid-back mood, sky above. It's like that show, California Dreams, back in the day. Me and Owen would always go, "Sir dudes of attitude, kind of groovy, laid-back moods." Good times, man. I was going to get Cowboy and the Two Chiefs on. Christian Fallen. Quattro was a beast of a York. He's a York of a beast. He's an angel. I had fucking stateside sister ringing me at 4 a.m. non-stop on Messenger, giving out, saying that he's pissed off that I don't get in touch with him anymore. But I suppose the last time he sent me a picture of his hard-on, saying, if anyone talks to my girlfriend, they're getting this. And I was like, yeah, I think I might just give him a few months of a time out for that, you know. It's a, you know, what do you say to that? Like, I'd rather not have my inbox filled with ominous pictures of hard-ons. And they weren't even circumcised hard-ons. It looked like an emaciated sweet potato. Are we getting on, all right? DM or group chat? Or DM, man, DM. I wouldn't like to say he slid into my DM. Stateside, still got the beautiful hair. He's given a bit of a trim. Somewhere on the phone, I know there's footage of him, myself and Gavigan and Cowboy Kelly and Pete. We went out to his place. They couldn't put in stateside in the corner, says the mutante. Yeah, we went out to his house and he was like, I've got a snooker table, a full-size snooker table, Martin. So we went out there and shot some pool and had some beers. It was good. It was a bit of crack, man. I tried to do like a stateside part 3. You know, getting some shots of the full moon and branches and in the October night to make it look a bit moody and mysterious. But he was like, look, turn that fucking thing off. I'm not in the form for this, man. Is he still twerking Brian Kennedy? I could probably get. We could maybe do a face-to-face with stateside some night. Is Mickey look like a pickle, says Shawnee. What's your thought on the riots against freedom? What are they? Because I haven't really been watching stuff. I've been looking. There's been a couple of like people in London, and I was. I'll tell you what I think. Right, I was on Twitter today, and I really have to stop myself from writing shit that'll get me into trouble on Twitter. But it's just, I really want to put shit out there that just rattles the cage, man. But then I'm like, oh God, I'll probably come back, and just the amount of knobs who are just seeking out to be upset and offended by shit that if you just mentioned in a pub, they'd be like, well, no, I don't get that. I'm like, well, no, this is why I think. And then later on, they're like, yeah, fair enough. Well, sure, let's just agree to disagree, like, you know. But on Twitter, it's like road rage. It's like they're in a car and someone cuts them off. It's like, I'll fucking kill you, man. And then when you walk up to the car and it's go time, it's like, I'm sorry, please don't hurt me. Speak ill of Mr. Musk. It worked for me. Oh, yeah? Elon's after you. Beard gone. Finn Carroll. The beard, I was given a bit of a trim yesterday. I was trying to use one of these green Philips body shavers that you do your face with, but I lost the little grader bit. So I was like, oh, I just got to do this. And then actually tried to do the tash and ended up having like a 90s step but above my lip. They've screen protection, like, who's this, Jimmy? Who's this you speak of? So we're doing good, man. The Monday night super session is Eddie making any schemes. There's no schemes going on at the moment, man. It's all quiet. The scheme was I have to separate from a fucking long time living, sharing the same gaff as someone, and now it's done. It's done and dusted. The divorce is complete. So now it's about settling in and just enjoying life, man. Living life to the full. I'm a divorced dad, single parent, I have the kids half the time, and I'm obligated. I brought them into the world. It was they were the fruits of my loin, and I just want them to be, just to reach full potential, be safe, and be happy in life, and that's basically about it, really. And maybe if they grow up to make a few quid, just throw a few quid back in the coffers, so I can go down to Leary, hang out, wear a nice Panama hat, just chill, just drink some Prosecco, just watch the yachts come in, maybe hang out with McGregor's dad and stuff. Chris Pez would say here, has anyone seen WWE superstars Sheamus and Martin in the same place at the same time? No, they haven't. Man cave in full effect. J. Dean Elwes will. I don't know what the fuck to do about the setup, but there's a couple of. Just need to figure out what the setup is, but get a few of those little LED panels that YouTube boys to get, and everyone would be like, Dylan Sherlock, are we getting on? Couple of little trinkets, few bits and pieces, get some shite on the walls, some memorabilia, like these, grown ass man who still have like just little comic book bits behind them. It's like, cool. There's a new range of toys coming out. I see Bill Burr was getting a bit of grief off just absolute raving pussies on Twitter, just for being a funny prick, man. Do you know what I mean? Hey, did anyone else feel like we're gonna fall asleep during that fucking piano solo? And it was like, oh my god, a guy was playing piano there, and how dare he? It's just, how much is the rent for the new gaff? I'd be asking for a few fucking touches off you. As Fred Durst would say, puff puff give, the marijuana sick. I don't even smoke, but I like the way it smells. I don't know why I keep referencing Fred Durst in so many things. Hopefully now all this shit, when it all calms down, back to the Hottie book, back to doing the live streams, and playing a few computer games. I like playing the computer games. What are your thoughts on the value engineering in the construction sector? My thoughts on what? Value engineering in the construction sector. Is that a see-through beard you're growing? There was an incident, in a dam in Africa. A lot of people were killed. Did you get the head wet, like? Valuable engineering. I teach people to give belts. Wasn't many given Bill Burr guff, just a load of loudmouths. Yeah, empty vessels make the most noise, as opposed to still rivers run deep. Serious old biceps. These biceps have done fuck all of late, but by God, tomorrow she's going back to the gym, and I'm going to pump those bastards up big style. Up there's a pull-up bar, actually. I'm going to do fucking pull-ups, sit-ups, and push-ups, and just squat the night away, man. I'm going to be sleeping and squatting at the same time. I actually met a guy, a heroin addict there a couple of weeks ago. I presume he was a heroin addict because he was doing that weird kind of like half sit, half squat kind of wobble that they do, and it amazes me how they do it, man. It's like, it looks like one of the most uncomfortable positions you could ever put yourselves in. But he was trying to put a big light bulb into a backpack, and I was like, mate, do you want me to help you zip it up? So I actually fucking tried to help this dude put his stuff in. And he's like, it's fine, it's alright, the zip is broken. But I was just looking at this guy going like, how do you crouch? And the dope fiend lean, that's the one, Chris. It's just like, it's just, they must use so much energy trying to balance it. It's like, it's neither a squat or a stand. It's kind of like right in the middle. In like, if you were to just do that for about 5 minutes, that'd be like a full leg day. A few sets of pull-ups and farmer smoke. Whenever I'm feeling sad and lonely with no pints, I listen to your speech at the AA meeting describing the pint. Makes me even more depressed. I have no personality without pints. Alan, mate, look, you don't need pints. The pints are only a little fucking safety mechanism. I'm the same way, man. Like, I'd be honest, after a few looseners, I'd be flying. But if just man, get fit, do a few push-ups, pull-ups, bit of running, and you know, let the natural. Because the thing is, the pints are only like, I often wondered, right? I heard a story about a priest. I won't mention his name, but he had the same second name as me. But he apparently was a priest who shouldn't have been in the priesthood, but he was mighty crack. So he was basically just out in the town with the boys the whole time. And what happened was he went back to he brought the lads back to the presbytery, and they were all drinking. They were all drinking. Actually, no, this is a different story. I think he just used to bring lads back to the presbytery, and they would like try. They were trying on all the robes and stuff, and they were having mighty crack. Birds back, the whole lot, man. But anyway, I won't mention any names. But there was another story from a guy called Vinnie Moran, who myself and Pete know, who was he was telling me years ago that apparently broke into, I don't know if it was a church or a chapel in school, but a load of lads, I think it was in Charlestown School, robbed a whole load of Alta wine, and they went drinking it on the railway. And all the lads were like, "Oh, I'm fucking steamed out of it, man." And then afterwards, someone had noticed on the box that it was 0%. So I guess it's a bit of, I often wondered if you were to just, if I was to have like a dinner party, right? And I got a whole load of alcohol-free wine and just like loads of it, and like a keg of alcohol-free beer. I was just like, right, lads, the drink is on me, and then just film the progress. I wonder would people get the placebo effect, and you have people falling around going, "Oh, I'm fucking smashed," or would everyone just keep drinking and feel quite sober? But there must be a kind of a cross, like a kind of an axis that crosses over where people are like 3 pints in, they're like, "Sure, if I had 3 pints, man, I must be flying it." Because for me, when I'm at my rowdiest is like a pint and a half in, I'd be like, "Fuck me, fairly smashed after that by placebo effect." Speaking of which, I'm gonna go to the old fucking fridge now and get myself. I think a canine is most fucking deserved. Get myself an old canine from ye old fridge. Somewhere in the fridge there is a can to set you free. Bit of fucking basil there, man. Bit of basil. Couple of Paw Patrol toys there if you like for them, man. Into the Paw Patrol crack here. So yeah, it's welcome to the Dostal Palace. Got there he is, the main man himself, King of the Beasts. You right there? Yeah, on the stretch. Fair play, man. You're looking well. Gave him a brush today. I brushed his luxuriant fur and gave him the touch, man. Do you know what I mean? I gave him the touch, and the wind just blew the chunks away, and I assume a magpie or a crow had done the job. Oh, Chris, I'll show you this. Stephen Kelly gave me this flag. I'll have to show you it. To show you the flag now, man. So you've got Jim Morrison there, right? But someone has equated him to Jesus, which I think is a bit blasphemous. But it says Jim Morrison there, and you got the stars and stripes, and you know it's a combination, man. It's a great combo, and hard to believe he's dead. 50 years, man. There was actually a conspiracy theory going around that Jim Morrison was, or Rush Limbaugh was actually Jim Morrison. It is pretty slick, man. It is. I can imagine such a flag would be hanging on the back of a Ford F-150 with just massive exhaust and, big solid fucking suspension. You know what I mean? Like, lads going doing a bit of bobbing over some rock faces. Conspiracy theory that Jim Morrison was Cowboy Lavin's dad. Now, Alan Dardis, that's something I'd fucking well believe by. Something I'd well believe. You got the beard munched. I did indeed, Dr. David. Funny enough, I said to my son, what happened to your beard? And it fell off. Lou. Now, if you only had a Texan flag, you'd be set. Where do I send it? I'll tell you one thing, Lou. You can send a Texas flag. Let me see. The best. If you guys want to send in any emails, I'm gonna start using this. I think it's Hardy. You know what I'll do? I'll put it in the description. So and I'll figure out. I'm gonna start a post. Do you know what I'm gonna do? If you use one right, I can furnish the gaff in trinkets from abroad. So if you have any interesting things to send me from the States or anything, I'll set up a post box and yeah, you can send me over stuff and I'll put it up behind me. So yeah, Texas flag, man. I'd stick a Texas flag. If anyone's got a Florida flag, man, cheers to DeSantis in Florida. That guy's he's playing a blinder, man. Playing an absolute blinder. You know, I was looking at the stats between Texas and California. California's in full lockdown. Texas, it's just basically lads in the swamp, just wrestling gators, having cookouts, tailgates, just living life, man. Just living life down Florida, down Key West. Key West, man, kill. I know there's a band called Key West. Look, it's so sweet dudes playing in Grafton Street, buskers. Now they got fucking huge. The drummer looks like me apparently. Cool. But yeah, the New York governor just busy harassing women. Cuomo, the guy's a fucking. He looks like a goblin. You know, he's got a really. He looks like a baby Tyrannosaurus Rex. He kind of looks a bit like. What's his name? There's a character, the baby T Rex in Land Before Time. Chomper. He looks like Chomper the T Rex. He has nipple piercings. Says Ryan McGinn. Cuomo is one of the New World voodoo boys. Awfully Irish podcast. Howie Jer, Howie Martin just had Chris Gavigan on today, and he sings your praise. He better had to. He's my son's godfather, and also the Sledge and the Henchman. Also, lads, check out the Awful Irish podcast, and you can watch Jer chat to Sledgehammer Gavigan. Jade Elwes, is McConaughey running for Texas governor? Mate, that'd be brilliant crack if Matthew McConaughey running for governor. Any relation to the lad from Weezer? Lad from Weezer? Which lad from Weezer? I often wondered that. Rivers Cuomo. Funny enough, speaking of Weezer, I often listen to the Blue album. It's been one of those fucking decent albums. Pinkerton, great old breakup album. Fucking listened to that back in the day when the ex broke up with me. My head was mashed. But yeah, they had an album called Teal, which is a covers album from 2 years ago, but I put that on today. Shawnee Thornton, cracking Sweden's fucking sound, man. Sound. Hopefully the pubs will be open up soon. Oh, the late night sessions. Cancerous Attitude. Nice shirt there, lad. Yeah, check out some of the designs on this bad boy. It's got like a seagull, and he's robbed an ice cream, and he's just going, caw caw. Oh, fucking Tally Hill Strip. No, man, there's ice cream and seagulls going fucking up there. Down there. Good times. And P, their Africa cover isn't too shabby. No, they do a few great ones, man. They do a really good one of Mr. Blue Sky by ELO, if I'm not mistaken. Seagulls are deadly. Joseph Kerrigan. Seagulls, man, they're mad bastards. Like they're very territorial. If you go near their nest, they will shit on you, and peck you. Especially the big ones. The big ones that look like Phil Mitchell's girlfriend from EastEnders, and she was also in Bad Girls. So if someone remembers the name, Shirley from EastEnders. Whoa, she was in a business with Danny Dyer. Good film, actually, The Business. Looking sharp. Willie Heenan, thanks very much, mate. Fucking appreciate that, lad. Hit the toe Rogans up. Yeah, give us some thumbs up there, lads and ladies. Chat the lad. Did you get any Swedish birds yet, lad? Oh, I've had fucking many of them in my time, boy. Still in Stockholm, Aaron. Still there, boy. Oh, I'd be fair share of Swedish women. Can't say a wrong word about. Can't say a wrong word about. A couple of fucking nutters in the mix, but you'll have that everywhere. You'll have that in small towns and built-up areas, I suppose. You know what I mean? Rent. You talk about the musical or the money that I'll have to pay on this fucking place every month. Yeah, it's nice, man. Was watching the old webisodes of the Hardy Books. Seamus Mortimer is some character, underrated. He's brilliant. David Weld, I haven't seen you for a long time, man. Well, Martin, I'm back in black. I haven't been on the streams because my new phone didn't have YouTube. Well, you're very welcome back, David Weld. I've not seen you for time, hey. We got Dave Howie. Best Swedish birds have nothing on the Ballantool broads, hey. Ho ho ho. Did the Swedish do a good old night out? They're all right. How tough did you find putting on an Irish accent for Hardy Bucks? In the beginning it was tough. I was like, how do you say that word? But now it's grand. How are you, Breton? Breton Woods is after you. Nice gaff, thanks very much. Film season 5 in Albania. That could fucking work, Robbie. I can comfortably speak for all of Texas when I say we love Hardy Bucks and love the channel more. Man, you know what? I'd fucking love to go to Texas, man. I mean, there's so many amazing things. Riding horses around, just fucking going to smokehouses and just eating some nice smoked brisket, like the Bison Bar there and Dublin, like the Keys. It was a great, savage bit of brisket. Bretton Woods runs a good conference. Oh, he fucking does, babe. Is Hardy Bucks coming back? Hopefully, man. I could do with a bit of a new touch, but until all this Wuhan flu is still hanging around, ain't nothing gonna happen for the time being. I mean, someone said to me the other day, can you not just do one of these things where you basically have everyone, on Zoom? I'm like, what happens on Zoom? Shit goes on in the background. I won't fucking have that, man. I won't be having that. It's either real life or nothing. Lee Mean Healy, oh. If you ever make it, take it to the ranch and shooting. You know what? I'd like to eat some pork and beans, just fucking ride a horse along the trail, see some rattlesnakes. I'm big into the wrestling gators crack, man. I'd love to get on a big bull gator and just wrestle it, just be like this in the mud, like the Gator Boys do. I don't know why I want to do that so bad. It's so fucking mental that the idea of thrashing around with a giant reptile in the swamp just kind of seems like something that I can say from the comfort of my own home. You know what I mean? It's like saying, I'd love to go skydiving while you're just sitting in your living room and you're all, the dishes are done, kids are in bed, the dog's been walked, talking to you guys on YouTube. It's like one of those things. But if I was actually in a swamp with a wild gator, I'd want to make sure there's a couple of lads showing me the crack. What's my opinion on Deep Purple's latest album? I didn't even know Deep Purple had the latest album out, to be honest with you. I'll give it a whirl though. I'd love to go noodling, fish and catfish. Yeah, that's weird, man. You just tickle the old catfish's mouth and then you pull them up. I've seen boys doing that with snapping turtles. Tell me when you want to get over here now. You moved in. I got a flight. No problem. Let's go. Paid for. You have government stimulus. I don't even know if I get in there, man. But we could try. Martin versus Bill Gator. Graham Russell snapping at the heels of a crocodile. Reckon Lexus could be the crocodile wrestling champion of the world, mate. Willie Heenan, bloody well he could, mate. Evening, lads. Lauren Kavanagh, you're very welcome to the show. Fair play to you. Big test in the mathematics tomorrow. Andrew M. Keep it fucking brainy. And if I were you, 2 cans of Red Bull before going in and a shot of whiskey. I know a man parked his Jeep in the Gap during the Celtic Tiger. Shirley Boyle, how are you getting on? How are you in general, lad? Thanks for asking, Charlie, baby. Evening from Liverpool. Mark Getty Fitness. I like that, Mark, mate. I hope the fucking gyms are open. Fucking those lads in the high-vis jackets are a bunch of fucking busies, mate. Busy bodies. What story Tordoff is up for season 5? I haven't spoken to Tordoff for about 2 or 3 years now, man. I have no idea what the crack is with him. I wish him all the best. Yeah, in general, moving house was stressful, man. There's a lot of stuff there. I had a lot of... It's amazing the shit you'll accumulate over the course of years, Stressful, but kind of exciting as well. It's nice to be able to decorate a place to your own taste and not have anyone giving out going, I don't want that there. Put this away. Oh, there's piles of your stuff. So I aim to keep it clean, keep it simple, and keep it chill. So, do you be doing the hunting in Sweden? No, I don't actually, man. I'm just in the city, so wouldn't go doing much hunting. But there's big game hunting, moose and elk. I suppose the only reason I would hunt is if I was going to be using the meat. Otherwise, for doing it for just shooting shit for the sake of just killing it, really don't really see the point, man. I remember I had an air rifle a couple of years ago, and I was like, yeah. I saw a crow up on up on a phone line. I was like, yeah. I was like, but that crow probably might have kids in the nest and is out looking for a bit of grub. And I was like, why would I shoot the crow? Do you know what I mean? And I was just like, well, no point. So, but yeah, if I was, if I needed to shoot a squirrel, just like put a little skewer on him and stick him over a few coals and just have a nibble. I suppose if I was hungry and I was hunting for a bit of grub, man's got to eat, right? And that poor fucker was a temporary solution to a permanent problem. Trevor Brennan versus the Badger. Who would win? Fucking Trevor Brennan's a fucking tough lad, man. I remember seeing Trevor Brennan back in the day, man. 2007, he was fucking playing for Toulouse or something, and there was a lad shouting shit in the crowd at him. And he jumped up and he fucking gave your man a few boxes. And there was an older woman sitting beside the lad who was getting a few clocks. Myself and Owen looked at this. There's a Trevor Brennan, the rugby player. He went into the stand and started giving some lad a few clocks. And he fucking well deserved it, man. His mouth was cashing checks. His ass couldn't cash. But there was a woman sitting beside the guy who tried to block a fucking 16, 17 stone rugby player from clocking this lad. So she tried to shield herself by doing this. What was this gonna do? Like, if he just landed on it, this was gonna happen. Munched. Shawny Thornton. Did you shave the beard for summer for an acting role? No, I just shaved it accidentally. As I said, I gave myself a 90s step. Like back in the day when you get like a little step around the back of your head. And the really cool lads would have about 4 of them on the back of the head. I did that, so I was like, nah, fucking basically there was a gap above there. So I shaved it off, man. I thought, you know what, may as well just shave it and let the chips fall where they will. But I quite like the idea of it, man. It's all right. Got a bit of a big nose. What it feels like when you shave, it feels like a big nose and a small chin. Got Michael Douglas chin, but after a while you get used to it. Should have kept the soul patch. I had a little bit of it. Oh man, I'll have a mullet, man. A little fucking mullet. Catholic Tatoes. Aaron O'Callaghan, how are you getting on? Who was your soundest famous fella you met when you were making green? Robbie Sheehan's a fucking legend. Really sound skin. Colin Meaney's a sound dude. Bald-faced Jerkin looks a bit ominous, man. How about if I do this? Dr. Cox. Dr. Cox. You know when you watch Dr. Cox and John C. Was it not you? John McGinley. Oh, no, wasn't McGinley. What's his name? Your man, Dr. Cox from... I look well for it, like, says Jimmy. What the fuck's his name, man? He's got an Irish name. It's always like this. Newbie. I don't like Scrubs, man. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't make me laugh. It's just... What do you think of Zach Braff? Guy's a cocksucker, man. Scrub. I'm no Superman. That's my favourite part of Scrubs, Martin. The rest is such a load of shite. That was what Tom Miller said about Scrubs. So, can you start on Joe Nabel, the Scheinbox Berg? Oh, Joe Nabel knows the crack. Who's the most famous person you know is a fan of the books? You'd be surprised, man. Amanda, how are you getting on? You look better without the beard. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. I should just grow a fucking mad muzzy or something. Weed squirrel in Texas has to be done. How's Tom Miller getting on? I don't know, man. It's probably... Oh, creepy. He's probably up there in the woods up in Tubber, just being like, I'm playing 9 games of pole. Bring back the beard, hey. There's so many conflicting opinions about the beard. Let me see. Most famous person you know is a fan of the books. My sister Lisa works with a lot of big talent over in the UK, and she was talking to Dermot O'Leary, and his parents are from Wexford, I think, and he's a big fan of it. Anton Deck, also big fans of the Hardy books, according to her as well. So they're pretty big names. Pierce Brosnan, he has to be a fan of the show. You'd be surprised, man. Like when I was talking to Robbie Sheehan, he was like, fucking show's great, man. Love the show. And then we just 69'd and everything was sorted. Lad, you should pick up for framing for. You should pick up framing for the crack. What's framing? Oh yeah, framing pictures and stuff. Maybe I should. I've got a bare wall there. Could be a nice touch. I'm on team no beard, says Bandy Toaster. I hear stateside is brewing up vaccines in his bath. Big old beast, you're welcome to the show, hey. I ripped the gooch of myself hoovering the car the other day. It's a bad old doing, man. I saw someone on, I think it was on Twitter, who had one of the best fucking names. Oh, what was it? It was it Leonardo DiCaprio's gooch? Something like that, man. I don't know, but it was, no, it was better than that. Fuck. Memory's not what it used to be. Sorry about that. Tom Miller got locked up after he owned up to the O.J. Simpson thing. He was only fucking 8 when it happened, but it didn't put it past him. Bad old doing. Is this your new place? It is indeed, Michael Mioshkin. It is indeed. Taking a while to get used to, but far away from the shop. And I went to... I bought my bike from the old place and I was like, right, I need that for like nipping down the shop and whatnot. For the old bit of shopping or, you know, whatever. But, yeah, I was fucking basically tripping over the lock to the bike the whole time. And then when I came up with the bike, the lock had disappeared. So I was like, it's fucking typical. Today I was looking for a bowl or like a fucking Tupperware box to put tonight's dinner into. And I was like, where the fuck is it, man? Looking everywhere. I spent like 10 minutes and then I realised I'd used it as a fruit bowl. So like, the brain's a bit fucked, man. Occam's brute. Mart, you look different, man. Remind me to put the bins out before I hit the labber. I actually put the bins out myself. That's another thing. The old place had a beautiful little touch where you just put rubbish into the bin in the stairwell and you just never had to think about it again. But now I've actually got to go outside and take out the trash. Garbage day! Do you have phone boxes in Australia? It'd make you fucking wonder, boy. Sweden's alright, man. It's pretty chill, man. Lad, what's missing on the walls? An Irish flag. I have one downstairs in the box and it'll be coming out. It'll be coming out. Any funny stateside stories? If you go back to a few streams from last summer, you can hear the man himself talking away. I'm still waiting for the first uncle advice. My sister, her first baby on... Okay, what's the crack here with first uncle? I'm still waiting for the first time uncle advice. My sister has her baby on Thursday and I'm fucking scared. Any advice would be much appreciated. Well, Lulu, my man. You don't need to be scared because you won't have to really do much with the baby and crack. Basically, I had my first foray into hands-on uncling when I was 18. And then got into a bit of fucking... the babysitting crack. They took the piss a bit too much to Trisha and Henry. It started off as, can you look after the kid, my niece on a Tuesday and a Thursday? And then it was just like, you have to do this on Tuesday and Thursday. So it doesn't matter if I was having great crack over on the north side of Dublin, I'd have to take a load of shitty buses back to be there while she went to college at night. But yeah, if indeed you're going to be a hands-on uncle like I was, just fucking roll with it, man. You'd be grand. Your sister's going to be the one doing most of the heavy lifting. So you just be there to be good crack. And probably you'll be doing an awful lot of like clearing up toys and shit. And yeah, it's grand. The parents are going to be the ones, and probably your parents are going to be the ones who are going to be taking care of the hard stuff. Lad, I went to school and I had a nephew a year younger than him. Took a lot to understand an 8-year-old. Second, let me. Lad, I went to school had a nephew a year younger than him. Took a lot to understand as an 8-year-old. How? Well, I'll go. Yeah. Well, you think that's crazy? When I was in school, I had a lad called Tom Fawkes, whose uncle was a year younger than him. That took a lot of. It was like his uncle was a year younger. I was just like, wow. Wow. Did Eddie ever go to the States or Dossett? He did go to the States, but it never really happened. Amanda, I have 7 kids and no one has ever babysat them once. I'm mad about kids, prefer them to adults. You have 7 kids? Fucking hell, fair play to you, man. That's the way to do it. Like, I got 2, and tell you one thing, man. They all, fairness, they have to be some of the wildest kids here. Um, I took my son into town yesterday, and we were getting on. Like, he's only just turned 4, but he's starting to pick up a lot of swear words. But I kind of, like I say, you can't use that word. That's a bad word. But at the same time, I'm laughing when he says it. So, like, we were walking down an escalator yesterday, taking the train, and then he just goes, "Fucking hell!" It's just like, and he's like, then we're on a bus, and these 2 kids pulled out in front of the bus, and the bus had to make an abrupt stop, and then he goes, "Bloody kids!" He's very funny, man. He's a proper character, but like the 2 of them they're so wild, you know. Like when we're in the stairwell of this new house, you know, this new apartment, I'm like, please, no shouting, and you know, we don't want to piss off the neighbours already. And John Joe, I'm not on the tunes tonight. I'm gonna take a nice quiet one tonight. I'm just gonna ease in. Don't want the neighbours to be giving me shit from across the walls. You know what I mean? I could do with not getting shot off the no neighbours. Don't want no fucking crack, man. Know what I mean? Banging on walls, coming out, fucking talking to the committee, trying to get me removed. I don't want that to happen. Raise your kids on Rory Gallagher. BC, mate. BC. If my daughter was a boy, she was going to be called Rory, but then she turned out to be a girl, so that was that. Who'd be your favourite rappers, Lord? Good question. Love a bit of Warren G. Grandmaster Flash. Flash the cash. I mean, show you the hash. Don't know. Can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm not too into this modern day mumble rap shit. Like, it just doesn't do anything to me. You know what I mean? You give me Tupac and fuck it. A Tupac, I like the Tupac is always a solid. It's always a solid touch with the old West Coast crack. Regulators. What's my favorite choice of weapon? What's the scene like? What would be what we talking? Street, fantasy land, like video games and shit. Real life, guns, jets. You know, all the weapons. Your man at the end of Mitty Turbo Cup was classic rapping. Yeah, that's Owen's cousin. Snoop Dogg coming to Killarney next March. Might as well go to the Vipers Oxygen. Well, funny enough, it's actually Julian who's our booking agent who's putting that together. Fair play to Julian. He just like, yeah, he's doing well. But I seen that it was like a Tupac or fucking Snoop Dogg's playing in Kerry. It's like you couldn't fucking write it, man. There's a gas video on YouTube about 10-year-olds, some young birds filming you and the 2 other bucks running up the town. It's shy quality on a Nokia 3210. There was a gas video on YouTube about 10 years old of some young birds filming you and 2 other bucks running up the town. Send that on to me and I'll watch it. Surely a lightsaber is your choice. Yeah, a lightsaber's fucking solid, man, you know what I mean? Solid. Or Han Solo's little fucking pistol. It's like, bata. Let me have a look at this now. Time to regulate. Where's Salmon? Salmon's, I don't know where Salmon is, man. I heard talk. Salmon's getting married. I don't know if it's true or not. Was Shredder Bad Boy's inspiration to the Hardy Bucks? I suppose it was, yeah. I mean, but it wasn't like a total, you know, there was bits we borrowed from it, but there's bits we borrowed from I think, to be quite honest with you, you're better off. I mean, I was always trying to, like, figure out doing shit myself, but you're better off just copying someone until you get your own style. Like, if you listen to Coldplay's early stuff, it was obvious that they liked Radiohead, and they were compared to, like, a modern-day Radiohead, or, like, Muse would have been big into Radiohead. And then you just become your own thing after you get used to it. So if you're starting off, man, just fucking copy someone and then just like, take these broken wings and learn to fly again. So as Mr. Mister would say, married to the sexy Russian woman? Not at all. I don't know, maybe they're getting back. Sam and Stag Do, the sequel. Oh man, Sam and Stag Do, that would be in real life fucking some crack. Hardy Books, you had the Mai Tai shorts on. Do you dabble in the arts or lost and found jobby? I did actually. I did a fair bit of that back in the day. And then I got more into the MMA because you could just mix all that stuff up. And then the older I got, the more I got into jiu-jitsu. And then I fucking haven't done it for a long time, but I'm gonna get back in. I think martial arts for me is the best way to, I'd like to get a bit of no chin ups lately at all, or Keith, but I will get on. I will get onto the fucking. Can I beat the old pull ups, push ups? I mean, like basically, if you were to run a couple of miles a day, if you got the time, you did a good few pull ups, push ups, sit ups, you'd be grand, man. You'd be in absolute fucking rip shape. You have lads who are like, I've got to do my delts today, then I've got to do my earlobes tomorrow, and then like just do that for the next week. Fuck all that shit. I think just kettlebell, pull ups, push ups, sit ups, and running, and a bit of punch bag. Punch bag, man. She'll fucking never give up on you. She's always there for you. She'll go any round you want, man. Never give up. Never give up on you. Yeah, man. Kick the light bulb from the ceiling. Those fucking, like, Crow Cop. That lad was class at fucking head kicks, man. Oh, giving all thumbs up to 76 watching. Oh, that's a creamy amount, man. No one's ever watching on a Friday night. What's going on a Friday? Have you heard from the Viper recently? I haven't, man. I have literally no idea what he's up to. I haven't seen or heard from him for about, I'd say a good 30 moons was the last time, man. I think I the last time I saw Chris was April 2019. So that's, yeah, nearly 2 years ago was the last time I saw him. Will you watch the big Zlatan's return to Sweden in a few days? I'm a bit perplexed at why Zlatan's coming back to play for Sweden. He now owns a part of Hammarby, the Swedish football team, which I suppose I would support because it's all about the Södermalm and the green and white. So when I first came here, I was like, yeah, they seem like Celtic and Ireland, so I'll go for those lads. But then it was all about, yeah, they're like the working class guys, but there's some annoying kids who keep going around putting all these daft fucking stickers of Hammarby up everywhere, and I'm like, fucking drop it with the stickers, man. You ever heard of any weirdos showing up have you ever had any weirdos showing up at your house? No, thankfully. Which is good. But I'd be the kind of weirdo to be like, yeah, come in, man. What's the crack? What are you doing here? Yeah. And they'd be probably trying to get away from me. The kids were saying earlier on, oh, there's a monster that lives under the bed. And I was like, there's a monster living under this bed? You'd have to be one fucking nutter of a monster to be staying under my bed. So, and I went like this, if he was down there, I'd fucking get that. And then my son thought it was hilarious at me punching under the bed to get at the monster. And I was talking to my daughter and I was like, well, why okay, what do you think is going to happen with this monster under the bed? And she's like, well, he might eat me. I'm like, he might eat you. And what makes you think that you're the one who's going to be eaten? Like, why would it not want me? You know what I mean? Fucking prime Irish beef here, or the dog. He's got more kind of like, bit more gamey. So yeah, and I was like, look, man, if there was a monster under the bed, I'd fucking hammer it. And that monster's probably more afraid of me being above the bed than him being under the bed. So put that to bed. And like they were really pissing me off. They wouldn't go to bed. So I was like, right, if you don't go to bed, I'm going to show you a guy being eaten by Jaws the shark. And they were like, yeah, do it then. I was like, all right, I'll show you. So I showed your man, the guy Quint, what's his name in real life? He actually lived in Mayo, Robert Shaw. And I just showed him that, and they were just like, my daughter was like, oh! And then my son was laughing at it, and I was like, well, that didn't work. But these are the kind of extremes that you have to go to. But yeah, she was like, was that real? I was like, no, would I be showing you? First of all, have you ever seen a shark that big that can just chill out on the bottom of a boat? How's the music going? It's all right, man. Like, today was the first time in about 2 years I've had my electric guitar set up, and I've got my laptop attached to 2 speakers. So yeah, it's gonna be some nice jamming, and got this bad boy here. Lecter. Got this lovely touch. It's a lovely touch, this is. Play some tunes for you on this bad boy. I play my stupid songs, and I love everyone waiting there for me. Yes, I do. In the garage where I feel. Listen to some of the demos on this, man. These are brilliant. So we're gonna put on some funk. 27. Let's go. That's right. Quarto. 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 I got myself a dog. His name is Quarto. Okay, I'm gonna change the get some honky tonk piano on the mix here. Quarto. Yeah. Bit of Weezers. Yeah. Got a dog. Name's Quarto. He's a content aggregator. It's all about the content. Rockshore Lager. Get myself a few brews. Hanging out with the boys. Hitting the beach. Rosnella. Having nice times. Got me guitar. I'm a DSLR. Gonna have some crack. Oh yo yo. Smoking bows with the gang. Going to Kalini. In sand, Rockshore Lager, gonna make me feel good. I wanna live my life. Don't tell me what I should be doing. I'm talking Rockshore, baby. So that was a bit of funk there for you. What else have we got? We got rock classic. Shit. Got some fucking rock guitar on this bad boy. Mute bass, man. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. Bit of jazz, ragtime. I'm gonna change this to a bit of flute, 26, man. Bit of flute work. Hold your mind. Hold your mind. When's the fame coming, Morton? If anyone texts my girlfriend, anybody, I'll kill them. Mystic tones of the pipes of Wooda. Jimmy Bozzy's up in Hartlepool. Hartlepool, Tyneside, getting on the Dutchie. I'm losing viewers, man. Losing viewers. Obviously, people were like, "Oh, I've had enough of this, man. This guy's a fucking what's he at?" You know what I mean? People were just like, "Oh, fuck, I can't watch this. Can't watch this." I'm just gonna have to put on a bit of country there, just as a bit of backing music. This is for the Texas boys. Just have that in the background. You know what I mean? It's royalty free. No one's gonna charge me for this. So where's the GoFundMe for the Hardy Bucks, Eddie lad? It'd be ideal to see a few chunky wee episodes. You know, it's I don't know, mate. I don't know. I mean, there's Hardy Bucks Patreon. You can throw a few bob there. And I apologise to any patrons for my absence lately. But Rory McInerney, how are you fucking getting on, man? Just change it to a D there for you. Bad doings. Yeah, I've been very busy, as you might have guessed. You know, moving a house, quite stressful, and I'm a single dad now. It's happened for quite a while, but yeah, I was thinking I was fucking off to Thailand, living on the beach, but can't do it. Cowboy drove the other day, playing that country tune with the windows down. Yeehaw! Put it into a fucking G sharp, A flat. Can you do your Uncle Tex accent from the American Gansey? No way was I gonna let them lose a shitty job of business, man. Turned out, didn't even have an Uncle Tex. I want to see that Gansey, I want to see it now. The weave, milady, stinks. You put fucking bullets on a jumper? Like I was talking like the guy from American Chopper with the walrus. The guy looks like a walrus. I love the way that guy was so into choppers that he actually had handlebars for his mustache. You know what I'm saying? Chairface. Hot House 13's after you. What can I say about the Hot House 13, man? It's consistent, it's solid. You can go around the place. It's pretty fucking cool. And like, you go to Whelan's and you want a pint, man. You can either have like orange zest or you can go for something a bit more fucking Mikey Reinhardt. Oh my god, $50. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. And not only do I appreciate it, that guy there, Quattro, Quattro, Quattro. I know you're listening to me, Quattro. Quattro. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. You're a good skin, Mikey. That's very nice. I think that's the first super chat of the night. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So I'll pause that just to show my gratitude. Lulu, Jimmy that blows. Pops was a blues man, so I've been really lucky with vintage amps and cabs. American style vintage, man. You know what? There's probably loads of really cool gear just knocking around in people's attics over in the States. Fender Strats, like retro, old school Gibsons, Craig Fisher, any woman. Opinions on non-alcoholic bars. I mean, like, aren't they just coffee shops? Eddie Kid, do you like the Peroni? Oh, mate, I like Peroni when it's in a nice Peroni glass, frosted and cold. One opening in Stony Batter. What? Non-alcoholic bar opening in Stony Batter. Fuck me, man. I mean, like you can see, people don't want to be drinking all the time. The Irish, they got this reputation for being absolute pissheads, but like, we're gonna break that because Luke O'Neill and Neffet, and they're fucking mad bastards, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I wouldn't. It's disgraceful. Yeah, it's like maybe you know what I mean. Like, no, man, no, not doing that. White wine, Ryan, I would drink white wine from time to time, but it does give me a headache. Non-alcoholic bar, you mean Asda, yeah? Ha 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 ha. I wish I could send pics. I was an extreme. I've lost you there. It's kind of quick. You're extremely full. What have you got, man? Like Fender DeVilles, like nice tweed amps, beautiful stuff. Willie Heenan, unless there's some streaming people, it'd be pretty boring. Yeah, I think fucking non-alcoholic. I mean, they were doing a thing over here where they were closing bars that were bars for about half an hour and then reopening to sell 3.5, which you can buy in the shop legally. And then the fucking government closed them down. But here's the mad thing. Everyone's going to house parties and getting fucking smashed. And people are going to house parties more than they ever did. Rangers won the league, did they? Or are they winning the league? Well, I mean, it's up there with... I haven't been following it, to be honest with you. I'd be a liar to say it was, but I'd always be up for Celtic, obviously. You'd be smoking the green stuff. Fucking not an awful lot, man, to be honest with you, know what I mean? It's like, there's never a good fucking time for that, especially over here. Oh, Sweden, fucking... They view weed like it's fucking China white, you know what I mean? It's like, you'd swear it was like Iranian, Persian tar. They're not very chilled about it, but you smell it everywhere nowadays, man. But if you get caught with it, you're getting awful fucking doing. So you have to be cute. You have to be awful cute. But yeah, you know what? The war on drugs, man. What a fucking shambles. The CIA. What about those cunts? They're basically the ones who are continuing it, so they can go about their black budget. I think. Apparently, I'm not sure, but I think Norway has decriminalized cocaine. I think it should be fucking decriminalized for possession, and then I've said this more but before, like in Portugal, if you're caught with it, then be like, okay, why are you using this? Have you got some sort of fucking mental health issues that you're self medicating for? If so, talk to someone. Let's see if we can work that shit out. And if you just enjoy getting a bit of a fucking change in your consciousness, then fair enough. Keep it illegal so big business cunts can't profit off it with massive weed corporations, but just don't prosecute public for it. Grand job. Well, it seems to be working well in Holland. Like, I mean, place like Colorado. I think the thing is, what makes it what makes it so alluring, especially to young people, is the fact that it is illegal. So it's like when you say to, it's like I was talking to my daughter. I was like, look, I don't give, I don't care what you do, but like I do like, but I'm like more chill than your average fucking parent. But I said, don't be smoking for a start, because like you think you're the first kid ever to. I mean, she's only 9, so she's not going to be any Clarky cat. She's not going to be too smoking yet, but like when she's in a teenager, she's hanging out with all these cool people at the back of school going this. Cool. Ooh, I smoked so many cigarettes the other day. I saw an angel. Class. Me too. And it's yeah, it's just like, just look after yourself, and when you're old enough, do what you want, but not under my fucking roof. And if you got any bifters, give me 1 or 2 of them. Anything takes you out of the stupidity that is the reality of the modern world. Joseph Sullivan, that is a very poignant, salient point. The modern world, man, people put value in the wrong things, and they listen to the wrong people. And I think the majority of people out there just are, they're just so fucking trusting in government authority and mainstream media that they actually have no fucking cognitive ability or discernment of their own anymore. It's like I said, this whole fucking pandemic thing. RTE comes out tomorrow and goes, "Oh well, the pandemic's over now. Go about your business." Boom, everyone's out. It's like I can't understand why people can't just make these fucking informed decisions by themselves and be like, well, you know what? If you stack up the fucking impending financial crisis with people's mental well-being and lack of purpose against a very fucking, I mean, I've spoke about this time and time again, and most of you watching have the same opinion because you enjoy watching me talk this kind of stuff. But it's just like, man, look at Florida, Sweden, most of these countries that have had a lack of like fucking draconian lockdown. Man, I saw like a video in Ireland of some woman who gone to visit a mother for Mother's Day, and there's the guards coming in bashing the fucking door down with a battering ram. It's like, it's fucking crazy, man. Season 5, mate. I need it. It can't go on, mate. I like it. I'd be one of the first fucking. I'd be the first person to tell you if it happens. For me, I think season 5 is definitely has to be done, but we'll have to wait and see what the Ides of March hold. 1984, Ryan, yeah, man. It's I'm beginning to think it was a fucking instruction manual, because it seems to be great point. RT, I like the Pied Piper of Shite Talk. Yeah, my girlfriend's got IPTV, so I was watching a bit of RTE, and even BBC. Like, I start predicting the news before the headlines come on. So I'm like, COVID, 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 royal family, COVID. Where's the fucking rest of the news? Like, what's the story about like crazy cunts breaking into a chip shop and like doing someone in with a fucking machete? Where's that news? I mean, I don't really want to know that shit, but where's that news? And funny, where's ISIS gone? Where have they gone? Do you know what I mean? Where are these terrorists? And it's amazing, man. RT, BBC equals USSR. USSR. But yeah, I guarantee you, right? Once the lockdown's over, it'll be like the same shit again. Face on you like an old butter vulture. MGS2, Metal Gear Solid 2, job lad. Oh, you're dead right. The cool thing about Texas is we have legalized CBD and cops can't afford the test to tell the difference. Yeah, well, that's good. Get a bit of Al Jazeera on for some decent news. I wouldn't trust Al Jazeera either, man. They're coming from like oil-rich Gulf states. Same with Russia Today, man. Russia Today, you'll get some really good news that you wouldn't see on Western news, but they won't be talking about their own. You've just got to take bits and pieces from each one. That's the way I view it. Killian Collins was an extra in Comic Con episode in Hardy Books. Just want to say, because of the sound of skins off camera, even when you called me a dweeboid. Swinford, Killian, I fucking remember you well, hey. You got the touch there, didn't you, of Kira? Oh, she's only into the hard German stuff. Some body work. Some body work. Martin, you'll love this video. Oh man, I forgot it. Listen, if you've got any beautiful links or any mad stuff or any, drop them into the comments after this. Well, yeah, the video you sent, the I was actually watching funny compilations. All right, are we still live? What's going on here? I don't know if it's still live here. Let me have a look. Strange. I don't know what's happening to the fucking. Now we're back in the room. Fair play to you, Graham Russell there for that little video link you sent.